Welcome in the kitchen, everyone. I'm so glad you're here and you decided to join me in the kitchen tonight. It's supper time. Ha ha. It's one of those things we do every day. Um, we're going to make something tonight that I came up with this recipe several years ago, years and years ago, and it has become one of our favorites. I was telling someone about the other day, and they said, "Do you have a video of it?" And I said, "No, not yet, but I will." So we're going to get started. It's Italian chicken pasta. And no, it's not a red sauce. No, it's not a cream sauce. It's a very light sauce that's basically chicken broth and seasonings. Okay? First, we're going to start with this right here. You can use the store brand. Kraft happened to be on sale. But you want this zesty Italian dressing. Yes, you can make it fat-free. And I usually use half regular and half fat-free. All right, I'm going to turn y'all around here. You can see down in my skillet. Can y'all see down in there? I believe you can. All right, we're going to start by putting some of this in here, just like this. All right, like that. And we're going to turn it on. Get it hot. And to that, we are going to add some vegetables. I didn't get them all out of the freezer. I thought I did, but I didn't. Let me get out the onions. There they are. I've got to whack this celery up. It wasn't frozen. It's fresh. All right, we're going to get that good and hot, and it'll start to sizzle. And while it's doing that, we're going to cut up this celery real quick and give it a good wash. Quick wash. And put it in this food chopper here. Y'all have seen me use this food chopper a gazillion times. I love it. Reminds me of the old Vegemite. Y'all remember those old Vegemite commercials? In fact, I've still got an old Vegemite. But it does not chop as fine as this. It uses the same principle. All right, there's our celery chopped up. Just like that, I've chopped about 4 or 5 stalks of celery. We probably won't use all of it, but what we don't. Oh, can y'all see it's starting to get hot? We're going to add some of this celery. Yeah, about like that. About like that. Go add some green peppers that I have chopped and put in the freezer. Yeah, we'll throw that other little thing in there. Mind you, this has already got lots of seasonings in it. Already had lots of seasonings in it. But this is what we're going to make our sauce out of. We're going to put some onions, quite a few onions, because we like onions. Y'all like onions? We do. All right, we'll put those over there. We're going to put in some red peppers. All right. Put in a handful or 2 of these red and orange peppers. Red, yellow, and orange. All right. There's all of our vegetables except for one. We're going to add some mushrooms. Y'all, did you know you can freeze your mushrooms? You sure can. All right, I'm going to add these mushrooms just like this. Or do I want to chop them? Maybe I want to give them a quick chop. Just a little quick chop. Turn it all around here just a little bit.
Where do I have plain rice?
And I'll see down there.
Where do I have plain rice?
No, we're having pasta. Throw those in there.
Yeah.
I just want these kind of chopped up a little bit so they're not just big chunks. Because after all, this is a sauce. My husband bought this little pack of mushrooms last night at the grocery store. I usually buy the big packs at Sam's of the whole mushrooms. And we're going to pick some of those here in a minute too to eat with this. We're going to stuff some with cheese. You want this to cook down to where it is frying in what little bit of oil there is. You don't want any water in those vegetables. This is a whole package, what, 8-ounce package or something, 8 ounces of mushrooms that I'm going to put in there. We really like mushrooms. Matter of fact, I love mushrooms. I do not like the canned mushrooms because I feel like they're slimy. I love fresh mushrooms. Alrighty, there we go. Okay, now this is a real quick weeknight meal that you can have ready in just a little bit. Doesn't take long at all to get this meal together. Like I said, you want to make sure all the water's cooking out of this stuff. Because once you freeze those vegetables, they have a lot of water in them. But once you cook them down, they do not. Matter of fact, I'm just going to go ahead and dump the rest. Oh, I don't want that in there, do we? Ha! Rest of that in there. I've got another bottle over here that we can open up here in a minute. Because we're going to add our chicken. Let me get our chicken out of the refrigerator. Already got it fixed and ready. Here's our chicken. It's just chicken breast that I've cut into little bite-sized cubes. Little tiny bite-sized pieces. Okay? I don't know how much there is there. There's not a pound. It's also a good way to stretch your meat. In this day and time, we need economical foods. And this is a very economical supper. We're going to turn on our water over here to cook our pasta noodles. I'm going to put a little bit of salt in it. And a little bit of butter to go around the rim of it. I can get I think I've got one over here that's still in the refrigerator. A thing of butter. Here we go. We've got some butter now that's not semi-melted. Because that's been sitting out here on the counter and it's been warm in here this afternoon. And I just want a little bit, about a tablespoon or so. And on this, y'all seen me do it before, I think. I hope you have. What we're going to do is run this around the top of this pot, right like this. Can y'all see what I'm doing? Just run a ring around the top of this pot with this butter so it won't boil over. If you didn't know that, that's how you keep your pot from boiling over, is run your ring of butter around the top of that pot. And then it won't boil over. I have done that ever since I learned that. My husband's aunt told me that one time. And by doggies, it works. And I couldn't tell you how many times I've used that since. That's just a little helpful tip for the day for y'all to take away from this video. All right, you see all our vegetables cooking there? Don't they look yummy? Okay, wish you could smell it because it smells delicious. Absolutely delicious. Deliciousness. Get this one opened up here because they're starting to really come together there. Well, I thought yeah, there, I got it. But you want them to really, all that water to cook out. Because we're going to throw that chicken in here in a minute. Start it to cooking. Like I said, you want to use less fat, use the fat-free dressing. But you do need some fat for your stuff to cook. You can add butter, you can add olive oil. I just use a little bit of the regular zesty dressing and then some fat-free because you do need a little bit of fat. I'm going to go ahead and open up our can of chicken broth. This is just one can. It is a 14.5-ounce can of chicken broth. You can use store brands, Swanson's, whatever brands you have or want or like or have. I have always used just for years the Walmart brand, but they were out of it and they had Swanson's this time. And I do believe the Swanson's has a little more chicken flavor. That's just my opinion. All right, can y'all hear that sizzling good? Listen. It's really frying. So now we're going to add our chicken right in there, just like this. And y'all go ask me how much dressing I used to begin with. And I probably used about 3 tablespoons. I'm guessing because I do not know. I'll try to measure this. Let's see how much a tablespoon is. Or a fourth of a cup. Let's measure out a fourth of a cup. So I probably used about a half of a cup to begin with. Because there I just added a fourth of a cup. And this is still up on high. I'm going to turn it down on medium. Because I wanted all that water to come out of those vegetables. And this right here is pretty much what we put on our pasta. But we do add the chicken broth to give it a little more sauciness, I guess you would say. But you want your chicken now to kind of brown just a little bit. And you want it to, you can see the brown on the bottom of your skillet. Things will start to turn real brown on the very bottom of your skillet. And as it does that, then we will start adding our chicken broth a little bit at a time to deglaze this pan, okay? And also tenderize our chicken without boiling it, because you really don't want to boil your chicken. Let's turn this up and get our pasta water ready. You can use any kind of pasta you've got that you like. Bow ties, macaroni noodles, spaghetti noodles, fettuccine, angel hair, egg noodles, any kind you've got. I just happen to have rotini. I've used penne. Seriously, any kind of pasta you've got on hand. And most people have a pantry full of have pasta in their pantry at any given time. Because if you've got kids, they'll eat macaroni and cheese when they won't eat anything else. I know. I had two that loved macaroni and cheese. And we kept boxes of Kraft macaroni and cheese for years just because it was quick, it was easy. I didn't have to think about it. I just knew that, and my daughter learned to make it at an early age, and she could make that without having to think about, I need milk, I need butter, I need all the stuff that Mama's macaroni and cheese has. So I kept them a lot of things when they were younger that they could fix themselves and learn to cook. All right, it's still cooking up here. You just want it to brown. Like I said, this has been, well, we've been on here maybe 15 minutes or so in this whole video. And when our pasta gets done, by then this will be done, 30 minutes? And we are good to go. My husband's not quite home yet, so he'll be here in just a little bit. All right, while this is cooking, like I said, I'm gonna turn it down. I'm gonna take y'all over here. We're gonna go over here to the other side of the kitchen. Oh, we've not been over here in a while, have we? Okie doke. Now then, let me pop these back up here in the freezer. We've got these big, beautiful mushrooms. Look here. Look at these big, beautiful white button mushrooms. Aren't those pretty? And when he brought those in tonight, I went, oh, we've got to fix some. Oh, y'all don't fall over. Let me get y'all squared away here. Like we gotta fix some of those. We gotta stuff some. Alrighty. Here we go. We got a bowl. You get the garlic out of over here. We've got mayonnaise, whatever kind you have. Use your own. Whatever your favorite mayo is. This is our binder, is the mayo, okay? Here we go. We've got mayo. We've got some garlic. That's about a tablespoon of garlic powder. And we're going to add in this Parmesan cheese right here. This shredded cheese. I need to pop this in the freezer. All right, there's that. Let me grab me a fork. Y'all see that? We're just mixing this up. Y'all down just a little bit. You know, see. We're just going to mix this up right like this. You just want that mayo to hold your cheese together. Alrighty, let me get us a pan. Turn this oven on over here. All right. Boom de boom. A pan for our mushrooms. A mushroom pan. I'll put our bread on that one. Lucy's little chicken dish. Our little chicken dish. Okay. Now just dust off whatever dirt there is. It's usually, these are beautiful. There's no dirt on these. Pop that out. Just fill that full right like that. Set them in a dish. How easy is this? I'm telling y'all, this is a great appetizer. I always fix these at Christmas to go with our rib roast and Yorkshire pudding. So, I'll probably fix about 6 of these big mushrooms. These are even good left over, y'all. Take them out, stick them in the air fryer or the... Y'all, I didn't measure this. I just went with, I'm going to fix about 6 mushrooms. And now those stems, I probably will just freeze. You know, you don't wash your mushrooms because they're like a little sponge and they will absorb all this water. All right, there you go. There's our mushrooms. We're going to pop them in the oven. And when they get good and brown on top, they'll be done. The oven's at 350. Can y'all see? Oh, no, y'all can't see nothing. Can't see nothing in my skillet because I didn't bring y'all back over here. All right. Say, all right, crazy lady. Get me back over there where I can see in the skillet. Can y'all see how it's starting to stick there? Now watch when I pour just a little bit of this in there. Pour a little, not a whole lot, just a little bit. See how that's going to all bring all that up? That's all your good brown flavor from your vegetables and the meat and all that. This is a pretty dish too with those red peppers. I'm going to take this Italian herb grinder. Y'all know I love this thing. I've got some more, don't worry. I know this one's about gone. And I'm just going to add a few of these in here. Not a lot, just a little bit. Oh, my stove's clean. I'm going to add those vegetables back in there. Now, pasta water's just about ready. Just like that. A little. I'm going to taste it, make sure we've got enough seasoning in it. Because I don't have a written down recipe for this, y'all. This is just something that I fix just from memory. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, I can't wait to eat this. This is one of my favorite things. And like I said, it is a very light sauce. It is not a heavy sauce. It's not a thick sauce. You just want it to all cook down and get to be real happy. And I am going to add just a little bit more of this. About another 1/4 of a cup. So all in all, we've added 1 whole cup of dressing. So if you want to make it less fat, use 1/2 a cup of one and 1/2 a cup of the regular and 1/2 a cup of the fat food. Our pasta water's boiling, and I'm going to add our pasta to it here. Alrighty, look at that. It's boiling up there good. It's all coming together. ahead and add that's our 1 whole can of chicken broth. It's our whole entire can of chicken broth. Okay? And we're going to let this cook down. This chicken will be so tender. Look, I just popped out that fork and it just came in two. Cook it like this, it is very tender. Alright, we're going to let that cook down. We'll start this pasta over here. When our pasta's done, we will be ready to eat. If you serve this with a side salad, a piece of garlic toast, we've got a quick and easy night. You can even go ahead, if you're a meal planner and you want to do this and you know this is one you want to do, go ahead, chop up all your vegetables and your chicken and put it all in a bag. You can even throw it in this hot skillet from frozen. It'll thaw out and cook in no time flat. You can use ground chicken in this, if that's what you have. Or if you go ahead and cook your chicken, like I do sometimes, I buy big bulk chicken and I will go ahead and put some of it in my crock pot and cook it. If you've already got your chicken cooked, make your sauce real quick with your vegetables. Throw that cooked chicken already in there. It works fine. If you want to use a can of chicken, that works too. You can there's so many ways you can go ahead and get this ready. This is even a good freezer meal. If you want to go ahead and make your sauce, cook your pasta, put your pasta in the bottom of the dish, your sauce on top, cover it with mozzarella cheese, and put it in the oven. It makes a great freezer meal to do it that way. But I find it's just quick and easy to do it like this. And so I've never really thought about making this one into a freezer meal, but you absolutely can. If you're cooking it one night and you're like, this is so good, then make you a double batch. Cook once, eat twice. That's what they say. Make you a double batch. Put half of it in the freezer with your cheese on top, and have one freezer meal and one fresh meal, and you're good to go. Then, kids come home from school, you're still at work, so get that out of the freezer and let it thaw and pop it in the oven, and maybe you're working late that night, or maybe they're home, maybe they're teenagers and they're just home and you're not even going to be there to eat that night or something, but it gives them a good meal. A good home-cooked meal. So, see our sauce, it is getting it looks a little creamy. I'm trying to get y'all down here. Can y'all see it? It kind of looks a little creamy, but it has no cream in it whatsoever. It's just a good sauce. Okay, we're ready to eat our supper now. Here's our pasta. And put it right in here. Heat it all up good. Just like this. Okay, let's see how pretty that looks. Those red peppers and all those spices and so forth. Turned it on to get it good and warm, and it is. Alrighty, here we go. There's our chicken pasta. You can add you some Parmesan cheese. Yes, we probably will. This grated cheese right here. Just like that. There you go. And let me get our mushrooms out. You see how pretty they are? Because they have browned up real pretty on top. If you can see them or not, but there's our 6 little mushrooms. And we'll put those right here on the side. There you go. There's your Italian chicken pasta and stuffed mushrooms. Yummy, yummy. That'll be all for this one. Remember to like, share, subscribe, comment, ring the bell for notifications, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye for now.